Hello students, today we are going to focus on the chemical bonding question which was given in JEE 2025 January 22 morning shift, question number 73. In this question they have given some molecules and ions. So from that molecules and ions, how many molecules or ions showing linear geometry? That is question. First, if you take SO2, in the SO2, central atom is sulfur. So there is a shortcut trick to find out geometry. So we will go according to that shortcut trick. So central atom is sulfur, and this central atom sulfur has 6 valency electrons. That's what I wrote those 6 valency electrons here. 2, 2, 2, total 6. And this sulfur is bonded with 2 oxygens. Each oxygen can form 2 bonds. One is sigma and pi. So here if you take, so 2 sigma bonds are there, 2 pi bonds. Pi bonds we won't consider. In the geometry case, we take lone pairs and sigma bonds. So therefore 2 sigma bonds plus 1 lone pair. Total 3. 3 means that hybridization is what? sp2 hybridization. So in that sp2 hybridization, 2 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair, which causes bent shape. Have you got it? It shows which shape? Bent shape like this. Have you got it? So therefore this is not coming under linear. So you can cut this one. Now go for the BeCl2. So if you take BeCl2, in the BeCl2 beryllium, okay, so this beryllium has 2 valency electrons. So that's what I wrote here, 2 valency electrons X, okay, and it is bonded with 2 chlorines. But you need to remember, chlorine is a monovalency, it can form only one bond. So this chlorine forms 1 sigma bond with 1 electron from the beryllium. Second chlorine also forms sigma bond with another electron from beryllium. So there are 2 sigma bonds are there, no lone pairs. 2 sigma bonds, 2 means sp hybridization, and it is not having any lone pairs. Simply we can say that it's a what shape is linear. Have you got it? Right. Now go to the next one, CO2. The central atom in the CO2, carbon. This carbon has 4 valency electrons. I wrote 4x. And how many oxygens are bonded to this carbon? 2 oxygens bonded. You already know each oxygen can form 2 bonds. One is sigma, another one is pi. Have you got it? Sigma and pi. So therefore here we consider only sigma bonds. Here this is 1 sigma and 1 sigma. 2 sigma bonds. Have you got it? So no lone pair, no what is that? Another any electrons, only 2 sigma bonds. 2 sigma bonds means simply we can take it as like a 2, and its hybridization is sp, and its geometry or nothing but shape is linear. Go to the fourth one, N3 minus. If you take N3 minus, what is central atom? N only. So N3 minus. N has how many valency electrons? Nitrogen 5. And it is having negative charge. Negative charge it is having. That's why you add 1 electron. Positive charge means you should remove, but negative charge means you should add. Naturally here nitrogen is having 5 valency electrons. Due to negative charge, 1 more we are adding. Total 6 electrons. Here I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And don't forget one important point here. Nitrogen can form 3 bonds. Have you got it? So in the 3 bonds, 1 is sigma, remaining 2 are pi bonds. So that's what here see sigma pi pi. Here the second nitrogen sigma pi pi, because 3 nitrogens are there. Have you got it? So 1 is central, remaining 2 are bonded to the central nitrogen. That's what. Have you got it here? Now here you see we consider only sigma bonds. We won't take that pi bond. So therefore 2 pi bonds, there 2 means sp hybridization and its shape is linear. So N3 minus also showing what? Linear geometry. Now coming to the N, same story. It's not having any positive charge or negative charge. That's what central atom is nitrogen. I have taken, it has 5 electrons in their valency, in its valency shell. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 I wrote. Have you got it? So can you see this? Right. 5 I wrote. So if I take 5, this nitrogen bonded with how many oxygens? 2 oxygens. So I have taken here 1 oxygen, here 1 oxygen. So if I take like that, here you see this, 1 is sigma, 1 is pi, 1 is sigma, 1 is pi. And one single electron is there which is not involving in the any bonding. Okay. So this single electron, so bend this molecule. Have you got it? Bend this molecule. So without this single electron, it is like a linear. But due to this single electron, this bond pair repel with this single electron. So here you can see that yes, 2 sigma bonds and 1 electron, it makes like bent shape. Have you got it? Its hybridization is sp2 hybridization. Is it clear? So coming to the next F2O. So here central atom is oxygen. Don't forget about this. Okay, central atom oxygen. Here oxygen is having 6 valency electrons. I wrote 6 valency electrons. There is no positive and negative charge. That's what here I kept 6 electrons. Now this oxygen is bonded with what? 2 fluorines. That's what here you take, this is 1F, 1F. 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs. So 2 sigma bonds, 2 lone pairs. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 means its hybridization is what? sp3 hybridization. And what is its geometry or shape? Nothing but, it's a shape or nothing but, here its a shape is what? V shape, like water. So water also having central atom oxygen, 2 lone pairs are there, 2 bond pairs, V shape. Have you got it? So now it is also not in linear. Next one you have to have clarity, XeF2. If you take XeF2, what is happening in the XeF2? Xe, total 8 electrons because xenon has 8 valency electrons. So these 8 valency electrons I wrote here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this xenon is bonded with 2 fluorines. Okay. So this last 2 electrons, 1 electron bonded with 1 fluorine with sigma bond, another electron bonded with another fluorine with sigma bond. Sigma, sigma. Total 2 sigma bonds are there. And how many lone pairs are there? 3 lone pairs. If you take its a geometry, so first you have to have an idea about the hybridization. 2 plus 3, total 5. It's a hybridization sp3d. sp3d, even though if it is showing sp3d, it has 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. So therefore it shows what? Linear. Have you got it? So go for the last but one. So what is that? NO plus NO2 plus. NO2 plus, if you take nitrogen, as we discussed, in its valency shell, it is having 5 electrons. But it is containing positive charge. That means from the 5 you have to remove 1 electron. Are you following what I am talking? So therefore there will be only 4 electrons. That 4 electrons bonded to the 2 oxygens. Have you got it? 2 oxygens. One is sigma, another one is pi. Sigma, pi. So total how many sigma bonds are there? 2 sigma bonds are there. Its hybridization is sp. and its geometry are nothing but a shape is linear. Have you got it? Are you following or not? Once you think and you practice without seeing, you will get it more clarity. Now coming to the last one, I3 minus. We have discussed in detailed manner in the previous video about I3 minus. If you want, you can check our channel. You can see that I3 minus plus I3 plus also we have discussed. However, we need to discuss simply here. So I3 minus means central atom iodine and minus. Iodine will have 7 electrons. Minus is there. That's what we have to add one more electron. Total 8 electrons are there. So I have taken 8 electrons here. So now this central iodine is bonded to 2 iodines. So iodine is a monovalent. That means it can form single bond. So that's what here what we are doing is one iodine if you take. So iodine bonded to one electron with that bond is sigma bond. Second iodine bonded with another electron in the central iodine. It forms sigma bond. 2 sigma bonds. 3 lone pairs. 2 plus 3 what? 5. 5 means what? sp3d. Okay. So even though sp3d, here bond pairs only 2 and its geometry are nothing but a linear. Okay, linear geometry it is having. Coming to the last one, that is O3. So ozone. So central atom is oxygen. Oxygen is having 6 electrons. In that 6 electrons, that in the central atom 6 electrons are there. That central atom is bonded with 2 oxygens. Each oxygen forms 2 bonds. One is sigma, one is pi. So like that 2 oxygens forms 1 sigma, 1 pi, 1 sigma, 1 pi. So one lone pair is there. You all know very well, if it has lone pair and 2 sigma bonds, 2 plus 1, 3, sp2 hybridization, and it is showing bent shape. So therefore, total you check how many? 1, 2, 3 linear, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 linear molecules are there. So answer for this question is 6. Is it clear what I am talking? Have you got it? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.